Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to a video about Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. No, it's not another Let's Play part, not for now. It is a multi-platform announcement. This is one that means a lot for the series. It actually means a lot for Spyro, believe it or not. I know that, of course, me finding a way to tie it back in, as we're seeing here, the different platforms. Xbox One, PS4 is already on, Steam/PC, Nintendo Switch. I mean, this is insane. I mean, I know it's such an overused term, but it's true. What it means for the series is huge because Crash on PS4 sold. It was something, right now it's at around 4 million copies, 4 million plus copies, which is a huge number for just on one console. You gotta remember that Sane Trilogy had barely any marketing budget. The only time they really put into it was they did a few like web commercials and they did, like footage from some of the levels, which is a great way of advertising. You know, not everything needs to be some crazy marketing campaign, but you know, something like a Call of Duty has a far bigger budget and needs to sell far many more copies. So 4 million, a gigantic success. But now it going multi-platform, but on a sort of a timed multi-platform, so it's a delay. It's coming out in July. That's huge because it means that, one, it gives the PS4 the exclusivity that a lot of the fans want. There's the whole fan wars. You know, everyone's always crying over the different consoles and stuff like that. PlayStation 4 reigns supreme, in terms of, it gets first dibs to these games, and I'm fine with that. I actually, all I own is a PS4, so for me, like, it's fantastic. But for other people, it means they don't have to go out and buy another console. Yes, they have to wait, but they get to experience it on their console of choice. Whether it's the Switch or the Xbox One and PC. PC to me is the biggest. It's the one that makes me the most excited, really, because I also have a PC. I guess it goes without saying. But what's interesting about it being on PC opens it up to the world of hacking and mods and stuff like that. And this is where I think we could be in for potentially the next generation of Crash Bandicoot hacks and fan games and mods and whatever you want to call it. I think we're going to see some very, very creative souls find their way to, to this game. And potentially unlock the 60 frames per second, which was rumored because one of the original videos was actually in 60 frames, and like you could see Crash move at 60 frames. So it's very interesting what we're going to get with that. What this also means, and I apologize for this video sort of being everywhere, what this also means is that it makes the Laura Kate Dale scoop from Kotaku very, very likely to be true, because she reported in the article that Crash was coming to other platforms in 2018, and then the same would happen for a theoretical Spyro in 2019. So the article was talking about how Spyro was going to be announced in March, and it is March right now. It has not been announced yet, but it will be. And then, Crash was going to be coming out around now, and that's the timed exclusive. That's the report. So that part of the report is correct. What's making the other part of the report incorrect? Well, nothing. I mean, it's simply a matter of time. Now, another thing that was announced today was also Call of Duty. Was it Call of Duty Black Ops 4? I can't even believe there's 4 games in the Black Ops series, but I genuinely did not know that. I thought they'd only done like 2. But with Black Ops, that's another good thing to be announced, because I can't believe I'm ever saying that on my channel, given you what you guys know about me. But the great thing about it is that now that's been announced, all that's left really in terms of anything major is Spyro. Initially, I was like, oh, it'd be so good if we could get all 3 announced in one day. It'd just be a gigantic news day. But now that I look at it, with I think Mario, what's it, Nintendo Switch, what's that one called? Super Smash Brothers. Look at me sounding like such a noob. Yeah, with Smash Brothers and like Tom Clancy and stuff like that being announced, it's almost too much news. Now Spyro will be able to move to, I hope, this is not a spoiler, more of a prediction, hopefully it'll move to next week, and Spyro will be one of the only news items. It'll get all the attention. It'll be fantastic. Like, yeah, this is truly an awesome time for fans, because you got fans that get to enjoy the game on multiple platforms. You got Spyro coming out. This is the exact sort of demographic thing that I've been waiting for years, because, you know, I've been talking about this for a while, but it's like one of my big problems is that there was sort of almost no middle ground in gaming. You were always getting just like some hyper violent shooter or something like that, or the more Nintendo sort of children's based stuff. And Crash and Spyro fill that void for me and for many other teens, adults, you know, my generation and the generation, you know, before and after me. So this is incredibly exciting. I'm playing this trailer over and over again. It's really, really awesome to see. And the fact that it was announced at Nintendo Direct, which is one of Nintendo's biggest events of the year in terms of announcements and stuff like that, because they're not as big at E3, they love to do their own thing. The fact that it was announced as, you know, one of the marquee games of the console, of the Switch, it got its own dedicated announcement, is incredible. It means that Nintendo and whoever's involved, Activision, they value this series. And it means that, you know, considering what we're getting with Spyro, with, as I said before, about the longer, you know, development time, been in development for a while, all that, it means great things for my favorite mascots as a child. But not just as a child, to hopefully, you know, create new memories and new experiences. First, you know, with the remasters, which, you know, of course, I'd always love to see an original Spyro game or original Crash game. But I know now that with this report, it also sort of connects into the other report about how they were saying with Crash, like they had like a 5-year plan, they were going to be doing another Crash game next year. It means that they're going to be doing the 1-2 punch, you know, like Spyro 1 year, Crash 1 year, then the next year the multi-platform comes out, you know, on the other consoles, and then the next game comes out. So it sort of goes back and forth, and then, you know, time delay. If that is indeed the plan, which it looks like it is incredible, and it's very, very exciting. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. I don't need to talk anymore. You guys just enjoy. Look forward to July. Look forward to hopefully next week with Spyro, and yeah. Long live Crash and Spyro forever, apparently. It looks like we've got a very, very good future for them both.
She pulls it out, and she's showing everybody the underwears.
You must be kidding, underwear. I got the picture.
Yeah.